World War II was one of the most significant and devastating conflicts in history, involving numerous countries and resulting in widespread destruction and loss of life. This overview will explore the key events and impacts of the war. Pre-war conditions. The Treaty of Versailles in 1919 imposed harsh terms on Germany after World War I, including significant territorial losses, military restrictions, and heavy reparations. This fostered deep resentment and economic hardship in Germany. Economic instability and social unrest in the interwar period contributed to the rise of totalitarian regimes. In Germany, Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party rose to power in 1933. Similarly, fascist regimes emerged in Italy under Benito Mussolini and a militaristic government in Japan. The rise of these regimes was often supported by propaganda and public rallies, which galvanized the populace and solidified their power. The social unrest and economic difficulties of the time created fertile ground for these leaders to gain support. Military parades and powerful speeches further cemented their control, setting the stage for the global conflict that was to come. Key events leading to war. Aggressive expansion. Japan invaded Manchuria in 1931 and later China in 1937, seeking to expand its empire. This marked the beginning of a series of aggressive moves by Axis powers. Mussolini's Italy invaded Ethiopia in 1935, aiming to build a new Roman Empire. Hitler defied the Treaty of Versailles by rearming Germany and pursuing territorial expansion. His actions were initially met with little resistance. He annexed Austria, known as the Anschluss, in 1938 and demanded the Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia, which was conceded through the Munich Agreement. This emboldened Hitler further. European powers, particularly Britain and France, initially pursued a policy of appeasement, hoping to avoid another large-scale conflict by conceding to some of Hitler's demands. This policy, however, only delayed the inevitable. The immediate cause of World War II was Germany's invasion of Poland on September 1, 1939. This act of aggression could not be ignored. This invasion prompted Britain and France to declare war on Germany on September 3, 1939, marking the official start of World War II. The world was plunged into conflict once again. Major phases of the war. Blitzkrieg and expansion from 1939 to 1941. Germany employed Blitzkrieg tactics, or lightning war, to swiftly conquer Poland, Denmark, Norway, Belgium, the Netherlands, and France by mid-1940. In 1940, the Battle of Britain ensued, with Germany attempting and failing to gain air superiority over Britain. Italy entered the war as an ally of Germany in 1940. Germany invaded the Soviet Union in June 1941, breaking the Nazi-Soviet pact. Global conflict. Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, led to the United States entering the war. The conflict spread across Europe, North Africa, and the Pacific. Turning points from 1942 to 1943. The Battle of Midway in June 1942 marked a significant turning point in the Pacific, with the U.S. Navy defeating the Japanese fleet. The Soviet Union's victory at the Battle of Stalingrad from 1942 to 1943 marked a crucial turning point on the Eastern Front. Allied advances from 1943 to 1944. The Allies began to gain momentum with victories in North Africa and Italy. D-Day on June 6, 1944, saw the Allied invasion of Normandy, opening a new front in Western Europe and leading to the liberation of France. Defeat of the Axis powers from 1944 to 1945. The Allies pushed through Europe, with the Soviet Union advancing from the east and the Western Allies from the west. Germany surrendered on May 8, 1945, known as VE Day. In the Pacific, the U.S. continued its island-hopping campaign, culminating in the dropping of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. Japan surrendered on September 2, 1945, known as VJ Day. The aftermath of the war saw massive reconstruction efforts across Europe and Asia, reshaping the global landscape. The formation of the United Nations in 1945 aimed to foster international cooperation and prevent future conflicts. Aftermath. Casualties. World War II resulted in an estimated 70 to 85 million fatalities, making it the deadliest conflict in human history. Destruction. The war caused extensive destruction to infrastructure and economies across Europe and Asia. Cities lay in ruins and countless lives were disrupted. United Nations. The United Nations was established in 1945 to foster international cooperation and prevent future conflicts. It aimed to bring nations together to ensure peace. Cold War. The geopolitical landscape was significantly altered, leading to the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union. This period was marked by intense rivalry and the threat of nuclear conflict. Conclusion. World War II was a result of aggressive expansion by totalitarian regimes, economic and political instability, and the failure of appeasement policies. It reshaped the world order and had profound and lasting impacts on global politics, economics, and society. The war's legacy continues to influence international relations and the global balance of power to this day.